Buenos dias. I'm Michael Davitt, Mayor of the City of La Cañada Flintridge. I'm here with my lovely wife, Allison.
Hi.
On behalf of my fellow council members, I wanted to welcome you to What's Cooking Sister Cities. We are excited to be joined by our sister city in Spain, Villanueva de la Cañada. We are also looking forward to learning new recipes, especially how to prepare the famous Spanish omelet. Allison and I both love to cook. I think I'm better in the kitchen. Our children think otherwise. We're looking forward to this great time. Happy cooking and cheers.
Cheers.
Hola, soy Luis Partida, alcalde de Villanueva de Cañada, y quiero felicitar a las dos asociaciones de hermanamientos, tanto de la Cañada California como de la Cañada España, por esta magnífica iniciativa. A su vez, quiero mandar un saludo muy cordial tanto al alcalde de la Cañada California como a toda su corporación. Buenísima iniciativa para conocernos a través de la gastronomía. De la gastronomía que en España principalmente es muy popular, un plato de los que van a hacer, que es la tortilla de patatas. Así que enhorabuena por la iniciativa y espero que se hagan muchas más cosas de este tipo.
Thank you to our mayors, Mayor Partida and Mayor Davitt, for their lovely welcome to our event. I want to introduce you to people in our kitchen. I'm Gabrielle. This is my husband, Steve, and we're here today with Dawn and Lynne Boss, who are also cooking. And then we have Fernando and Linda Roth. Fernando is our wonderful translator, and Linda is doing quality control on our recipes.
Buenos días, La Cañada Flintridge, y buenas noches, Villanueva de la Cañada. Gracias para estar aquí juntos para cocinar. Tenemos Gabriel y su esposo Steve, quien van a estar cocinando. Tenemos tenemos Lynne y Dawn Voss, que también van a estar cocinando. Tengo mi esposa Linda, que va a estar con la control de calidad. Yo voy a tratar a traducir. Me llamo Fernando, mis padres son de Argentina. Yo hablo Spanish y Gringo Spanish.
And we also have for you, if you have any questions or comments, we have Marion in La Cañada Flintridge and Rhonda in Spain.
Congrats.
Tenemos ayuda desde chat. Si tienen preguntas, pueden usar el chat.
And we have a special guest for you today, so I will let him go ahead and introduce himself.
Hello, everyone. How's everybody in Villanueva de la Cañada, mis amigos y amigas? It's Senator Portantino. How's everybody doing? I am so happy to be here. My Spanish is terrible, so Fernando's going to translate, but I do want to say hello to my friends Ana Luisa, Eloisa, Rhonda, Alcalde Partida, and Fernando, my good friend Fernando. I miss all of you, and I want to come back to Spain and see all of you. You treated me and Sophia so well, so I just wanted to be here to celebrate what's cooking and celebrate the Sister Cities Association. And I'm wearing my Villanueva
Thank you.
smock. So everybody be well, and thanks for just this Sister Cities celebration, and Vicky and everybody that's done so much. It's just great to celebrate. And of course, La Cañada loves food and Villanueva loves food. And so we're here to cook and enjoy, and everybody have a great time.
Bueno, voy a traducir. El Senator Portantino dice, mucho gusto.
Perfecto.
Thank you, Senator Portantino, for joining with us today. And we're going to go ahead and go to Spain for our first recipe.
Vamos a España ahora para la primera comida en la cocina.
Sí, sí.
Okay. Hello, good morning, La Cañada Flintridge. Buenas tardes, Villanueva de la Cañada. First of all, a big thank to Thank you to everybody, institutions and individuals who have made this event possible. This is the first one of its kind, but I'm sure it won't be the last. I'm Marina and I'm the honorary founding member of the Sister Cities Association of Villanueva de la Cañada. Now we are going to see a video with the first part of our recipe, which is Spanish omelette. And then we'll continue live with the second part. I'm in my kitchen right now with two members of my family who have been a great help in putting all this cooking experience together. I pass the floor to them.
I'm also called Marina, after my mother, and I'm super excited to be part of this experience, this event. So thank you to everybody who's put this together. And I must say that I'm also super excited that we're cooking a Spanish omelette because it happens to be my favorite recipe. This is what my mother makes for me every time I come back home from the UK, where I work at the University of Oxford as a teacher. So this is sort of my homecoming, and I'm so glad to be able to share it with you. And we also have my boyfriend, Sebastian, who's going to be helping with, has helped, and is going to be helping with our cameras. And I will be acting as language assistant.
Hello everybody! On behalf of the Sister Cities Association of Villanueva de la Cañada, Madrid, Spain, we welcome you to our cooking masterclass, which is part of the project What's Cooking, Sister Cities? This project is hosted by the Sister Cities Association of La Cañada, Flintridge, California. In this video, we'll show you how to make a real Spanish omelette or tortilla de patatas. We hope you like it, and we encourage you to make the recipe of what is one of the most delicious and traditional Spanish dishes par excellence. Let's get started. In order to make the Spanish omelette, we need 5 basic ingredients: potatoes, onions, eggs, olive oil, and salt. We start by peeling the potatoes. And now we peel the onion. Now we slice the potatoes with a potato cutter, or with a knife if you like, but this way it's easier. Once the potatoes are sliced, we move on to cut the onion. And we cut it into small pieces. We put a cup of olive oil into the frying pan and heat it up. When the oil is hot enough, we put the potatoes. Oops. And the onions in the pan. We stir the ingredients a little and we cover the pan with a lid. And we cook it over medium heat for about 15 to 20 minutes altogether. During this time, we stir the mixture from time to time and break the potatoes as they become soft. Once the potatoes and the onions are done, we remove them from the frying pan and put them into a colander so that they release as much oil as possible. Remove the remaining oil from the pan and put it in a container for another tortilla day. There's no need to throw it away. While the potatoes release excess oil, we beat the eggs in a big bowl. And then we mix the potatoes and the onion thoroughly. Well, now we put it here. And now we mix the potatoes and the onion with the beaten eggs. And at this stage, we add the salt to taste. Now the big moment has arrived. It is time to make the Spanish omelette. We put the mixture into the pan. And we flatten it with a spatula and cover it. After 2 minutes or so, we turn the omelette over with the help of a lid with a confident and quick move. Now we put the tortilla back into the frying pan to cook the other side and continue making the omelette shape with the help of a spatula. After 2 minutes or so, we flip the tortilla to check if the other side is done. It is golden, which is so. When the tortilla is done, we put it on a plate. And voila, the Spanish omelette or tortilla de patatas is ready to be served. You can cut the tortilla into wedges or squares. And that's all from us.
Thank you for watching.
Bon appétit!
Buen provecho. See you soon.
Hasta pronto!
And I think we're all up for the challenge of trying to flip the omelet. So now, are you good? So now Steve and I are going to demonstrate buffalo chicken wings, and mostly it will be Steve demonstrating, but I get to do a little kitchen boss. Let's start with the dressing.
So what we do is you take your hot sauce and you add it to your pan, small saucepan. And you can also add the butter. In fact, you're going to add basically everything, which is the butter next. The proportions are really approximate. More or less hot sauce in it, go ahead and do that. I'll add the garlic powder next.
And those are optional, right? The garlic powder and the seasoning.
And the Worcestershire sauce. the cayenne pepper if you like it even spicier.
And we did.
And the vinegar. So take this and take your saucepan, put it over here onto the stove, heat it up over a medium heat, and we'll let that heat and we'll come back to that in a second. So while that's heating up, you can take your chicken and salt your chicken a little bit. And you then will want to cook the chicken, but you've got a couple of different options. You can go the good route, which is deep frying, which is what I like. The healthy route, which is baking it, or you can put it in an air fryer if you have an air fryer. So if you're going to bake it, go ahead and lay your chicken out onto a cookie sheet, line it with foil or line it with parchment. And then you're going to want to put it into an oven at about 400 degrees, and that will take around 40 minutes. It'll take around 40 minutes or so until it gets
brown or however you like it.
And so if we come back to the sauce, you can get a whisk, and you can see that the butter is starting to melt. And once the butter melts, and what you want to do is just whisk it so the butter and the sauce comes together and emulsifies. And then once you got the sauce and the butter melted, go ahead and put it into a large mixing bowl, which is what you're going to put your chicken in. So I've got some made already. And you actually want that to cool off a little bit at room temperature before you put the chicken in. So we have some chicken that's already been done.
By the magic of time lapse.
And so this is what your chicken would essentially look like if you're baking it. And then what you'll do is you'll take your chicken and simply put it in the sauce. And then toss it. I think, Linda, you probably need to taste the sauce and or the chicken. Hopefully it'll pass.
I'll start with the sauce.
Start with the sauce. Best ever.
Fabulous.
So we'll put the chicken aside, and what do we do next?
Now we are making the blue cheese dressing.
All right, so get a small mixing bowl. Take your ingredients, and again, this is kind of a no-fail mix. You can take your cream, pour that into your mixing bowl.
And as Steve's saying, however much you like of the various ingredients, you can use.
Really often to taste. You have some white vinegar, which you'll pour into the cream. And what the white vinegar will do is it will thicken the cream. So take a fork. And I like using a fork rather than a whisk because you'll need it to mash up the blue cheese. But you can see that the cream has really started to thicken. And the longer it sits, it'll thicken even more. You can add your seasonings.
And again, those are kind of optional, right?
Right, the salt and the pepper. And there is also oil, which I forgot to get out.
I grabbed it for you.
There it is. And so you can mix your seasonings in. Add the oil that's as called for in the recipe. And then add your blue cheese. And then take your fork and just mix it.
You can use a whisk or a fork.
Right, I like to use a fork because you can mash up the blue cheese so you can get it as creamy or as chunky as you happen to like. So once you've got that all mixed up, then you can plate it in your bowl. If you like spicy blue cheese, you can add chopped jalapenos, you can add dill, you can do whatever you want to it. Put that here. And traditionally, you have chopped celery or cut celery and cut carrots, which you kind of plate on the side. put those there. Put the celery here. Linda, you better check the sauce to make sure it tastes okay.
May I try a carrot?
I
with
guess
it?
so.
All right. All right, everyone, drum roll.
Da, 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 da.
It's fabulous. Fabulous.
And then you can take your chicken, which you set off to the side, and plate it. And you're done.
So this is a dish that we use for sporting events or for pleasant conversation, but we wanted to say,
Hola, hola, Madrid. USA, USA.
And so now we're going to go back to Spain to watch Merchi and her daughter in their kitchen.
Hola, amigos de la Cañada Filmfridge. Vamos a preparar hoy una receta de almendras aliñadas.
Hello, friends from La Cañada Film Church. Today we're going to prepare a recipe which is called dressed almonds.
Los ingredientes son los siguientes. 150 gramos de almendras aproximadamente. Una mezcla de semillas de calabaza, sésamo y girasol. Ralladura de limón que habremos lavado previamente y salsa de soja o tamari. Si luego os gusta podéis añadir orégano o tomillo.
So these are the ingredients. First we'll need 150 grams of almonds, then a mix of sunflower seeds, sesame, and pumpkin seeds. Then lemon zest. We have also, if you want to add, you can use thyme and oregano.
O cualquier otra hierba aromática.
And the tamari sauce.
O salsa de soja. Primer paso. Calentamos la sartén a fuego lento y añadimos las almendras peladas, la mezcla de semillas y removemos para que se vayan tostando.
So first we heat the pan on a low level and we add the almonds and the mix with the seeds and we mix them so that they start to toast.
Después de 5 o 7 minutos tostándose las almendras, añadimos una cucharada de salsa de soja o tamari.
After 5 or 7 minutes, the almonds will already be toasted and we add a spoonful of tamari sauce.
Hay que tener cuidado que no se quemen las almendras porque si no amarga.
You have to be careful because if the almonds get burned, they will have a bitter taste.
Apagamos el fuego, seguimos removiendo.
We turn on the heat and we continue to mix.
Finalmente, añadimos la cáscara de limón rallada. Hemos añadido medio limón, no una cáscara entera, porque es mucho. ¿Veis?
So now we just added the lemon zest and just half of a lemon. That's enough.
Removemos de nuevo.
We keep stirring.
Podemos añadir ahora una cucharadita de alguna hierba aromática. Vamos a añadir nosotros tomillo. Una cucharadita de café.
So you can add a teaspoon of thyme, for example, or oregano if you like.
y dejamos enfriar en un plato bien extendidas para que se enfríen y luego pasamos a servir.
And now we just have to spread them on a large plate for them to cool off.
Bueno, pues después de unos minutos esperando a que se enfríen las almendras, ya están listas para servir.
So after a few minutes, the almonds are ready to eat.
Las ponemos en una bandeja de servir.
We put them on a different dish.
Bueno, pues ya están listas para comer y disfrutar. Las vamos a decorar con una rodajita de limón, de cáscara de limón que habremos lavado y a disfrutar. Muchas gracias.
So you can use lemon zest as decoration, and the almonds are ready to eat and enjoy. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Murchie and Andrea. I'm Don Voss. Buenas noches. This is my wife,
Lynne. This is my big part today.
and today we're going to be making grilled ginger shrimp. And I know, if you've read your instructions, that you will have been soaking a wooden skewer like this for 30 minutes. The purpose of that is so that it doesn't burst into flame when it's on the grill. And with that, we're going to go through the ingredients and show how to make the marinade.
Right, so starting with vegetable oil. And so here it is, ready to go, 1 tablespoon. And you take a grated zest of 1/2 lemon. And I have to give credit to Don for the zesting because that's the hard part. And I don't want to do the hard part. And then third, we have 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice right here. And 1 tablespoon peeled and grated fresh ginger right here. And 1 clove garlic minced, which we've got here. And 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to go ahead and put all these in the blender. And this is, we're blending the marinade. Okay, thanks. And we only do it for about a minute. It doesn't make a huge amount, but it is delicious.
This serves 3 to 4. You can double this. Actually, the recipe is for double this amount, but that calls for a lot of shrimp. So we've cut it down for simplicity.
All right.
And now we're going to turn on the blender. We're saying that because we have to tell the sound people we're turning on the blender. You put it on puree, and here we go. Now. And we'll call that good. It isn't quite, but it's close enough. What you do now is you take your puree and you put it in this bowl. What you would also do at this point is to take the shrimp and put it in the bowl and gently toss to marinate the shrimp. Once you're done, cover the bowl, put it in the fridge for 20 minutes, and when you're ready, you will have this delicious looking bunch of shrimp. We've also taken the liberty of putting them on skewers, but I'll put on 3 just so that we can go through the exercise. Try to get them horizontally so they have maximum contact with the grill.
So you poke in through the fatty side.
And out the skinny side.
And out the skinny side.
This shrimp is peeled and deveined, but note that the tails are still on. That will come in handy when you're going to eat the shrimp. Now it is time for me to wipe my hand off. Now it is time to grill the shrimp. You grill the shrimp for about 2.5, 3 minutes on each side until the shrimp is firm and pink. Firm to the touch and pink in color. This is where your soap skewers come in handy, because we have a 5-alarm fire by now if not. So we're going to start cooking these, and while they're cooking, I would like to introduce Vicki Schwartz, the president of the La Cañada Flint Ridge Sister Cities Association.
Hi, good morning and good evening. I'm Vicki Schwartz, president of the La Cañada Flint Ridge Sister Cities Association. And I'd like to welcome everybody and thank you all for being part of our first ever What's Cooking Sister Cities. I'd also like to thank all of our wonderful chefs and all of our people behind the scenes because it took a big crew to put this together. So looking forward to sharing many more gastronomy sessions with you, and thank you. If you would like to, especially people in La Cañada Flint Ridge, please visit us on our webpage, lcfsistercities.org, and we'd love to have you become members and join us for more events in the future. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Vicki. Now, there's nothing more thrilling than watching shrimp grill. So we'll be doing this for a little bit longer.
Well, we could always get some water and watch it boil.
We could do that.
Right.
By the way, there are other ways to cook this. Thanks for the clue. You can put this on an outdoor grill, an indoor grill. You could even broil these. We've happened to be using the grill pan today for ease and simplicity. Let's see how they're doing. They're not quite there, but they're getting there. Linda can hardly wait to taste this delicious concoction.
There's one in here for you, Linda.
Okay.
By the way, you can make the marinade 2 days in advance and keep it covered in the refrigerator. There's a tip.
That's a good tip. Mm-hmm. Very good tip. Especially if you're planning a dinner party.
Exactly right.
Right?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, I think it's time for the shuffle. The shuffle.
Oh, the Yuki shuffle.
Yeah.
Ole, ole, ole.
Okay, I'm going to flip them. The horizontal skewering maximizes contact of the shrimp with the grill. Some are more done than others, but we'll get through this. Once these are done, you take them off the skewer using a fork to scoop them off onto a lovely serving platter. We'll demonstrate momentarily. In fact, we'll demonstrate now.
Like, yeah, just
It's right here.
Oh. This sous chef part.
Yeah.
It's so simple. A child can do it. Somebody get a child.
I think
I'm going to just take off 2.
I think that's enough. So she can taste. She's waiting.
Yes. Our official taster. Fine.
It's not too spicy.
This is where these tails come in handy. So that you can just pick one up and consume.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Fantastic.
Fabulous. Mm.
We get
Mm. Mm.
A lot of fabulous food today.
a lot of fabulous food.
Finger licking good.
And that concludes grilled ginger shrimp. Thank you very much. Well, that concludes our program, ladies and gentlemen, our broadcast day. And so on behalf of the entire Sister Cities crew here in La Cañada Flint Ridge, and also many thanks to Steve and Gabriel for the use of their lovely kitchen. Thanks so much. It's been a pleasure, and hope you enjoyed the show, and hope you enjoy your culinary delights. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.